Recording in progress.
President Sudeth, are you ready?
Everybody ready? You ready?
Yes. Good. All right.
All right. So I am calling this July 15, 2016 West County Wastewater Board meeting to order at 6:31 p.m. It appears we fixed the wall clock, which is great. Madam President, I believe you have an announcement regarding tonight's meeting.
Thank you, sir. Vice President Alvarado. Appreciate you calling the meeting to order and participating in tonight's board meeting remotely for just cause under AB 2449 due to travel while on official West County wastewater business. There are no individuals over the age of 18 in the room. I'm actually here by myself. As a reminder, because I am participating remotely under Assembly Bill 2449, my audio and video must be maintained throughout the meeting. Additionally, all votes must be taken by roll call vote. Madam Clerk, will you please take the roll?
Dr. King Meredith? Present. Director Rentila?
Here.
Director Weiner?
Here.
Vice President Alvarado?
Here.
And President Sudeth?
I am present.
Madam President, we have a quorum with 4 members present in the boardroom and 1 participating remotely.
Thank you so much. And with that, will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, or at your pleasure, you may observe a moment of silence, seated or standing. Tila, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, sir?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As soon as possible.
Thank you all. As a reminder, I have asked Vice President Alvarado to serve as our parliamentarian. Sir, are you willing and able to serve as tonight's parliamentarian for the meeting?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Thank you. As a reminder, the board's rules of decorum are in effect. We ask everyone to wait to be recognized before speaking and to keep your remarks focused on the item under consideration at the moment when you speak. If needed, I will take appropriate steps to maintain an orderly meeting. Individuals disrupting the meeting may be removed at the president's discretion. Please let's not do that. Let's have an orderly meeting. Now is the time for public comments on items not listed on tonight's agenda. Members of the public may comment during this time up to 3 minutes per speaker. Directors may briefly respond or ask clarifying questions, but may not engage in discussion regarding public comments made during this time. Madam Clerk, have we received any written comments or requests to speak for tonight's meeting?
We have not received any written requests, but if anyone wishes to speak on non-agenda items at this time, please approach the podium or raise your hand in Zoom. Seeing none, we have no public comments.
Thank you so much. At this time, I will ask General Manager Andrew Cloud to please lead us through the rest of the agenda. Sir?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. The consent calendar consists of items 1 through 5 on the agenda. Madam Clerk, have we received any written comments or requests to speak on consent calendar items?
We have not. If anyone wishes to speak on consent calendar items 1 through 5, please approach the podium or raise your hand in Zoom. Seeing none, we have no public comments.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments from members of the board? I'm going to take a personal privilege and ask that we only consider items 1 through 4. I would like to pull item 5 to actually read the proclamation. And I understand that from Director King Meredith, there is a slight revision to be made.
President said it's so items, to pull an item from the consent calendar requires a
know.
motion and a second. Is that your motion?
That's my motion.
All right.
I
Second.
understand. Thank you. So, Madam Clerk, will you please take a roll call?
Sure, sure. On the motion by President Suddeth and seconded by Vice President Alvarado to pull item 5 from the consent calendar, Director King Meredith,
Yes.
Director Rentila,
Yes.
Director Weiner,
Yes.
Vice President Alvarado,
Yes.
President Suddeth.
Yes.
The motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. Now, in consideration of the rest of the consent calendar, items 1 through 4, may I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. And second?
I'll
Second.
Whichever.
I think-
Whichever, Madam Clerk.
Ladies first.
All right. On the motion by Director Rentila and seconded by Director King Meredith, what did I say? Oh, did I? I'm sorry. On the motion by Director Weiner, thank you, and seconded by Director King Meredith to approve consent calendar items 1 through 4. Director King Meredith,
Yes.
Director Rentila,
Yes.
Director Weiner,
Yes.
Vice President Alvarado,
Yes.
and President Suddeth.
Yes.
That motion passes 5-0.
Thank you so much. Now, let's handle item 5, please. Before we read it, there was a correction you wanted to make, Director King Meredith, or an addition, not necessarily a correction. It was an addition of the church, madam,
Yes.
correct?
Do
Yes.
you want to read that in, Director King Meredith, or do you want
Or
us?
do you want me to read it and then,
did.
as I read, do you want me to tell me where to put it?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Proclamation, West County Wastewater District Board of Directors honoring the life and legacy of Jolie Fisher. Whereas the Richmond community is mourning the homegoing of local community leader, Mr. Jolie Fisher, a businessman, real estate broker, and longtime community advocate whose decades of civic engagement, neighborhood leadership, and spiritual mentorship have left an indelible mark on Richmond and West Contra Costa County is where I wanted to make a correction, Madam Clerk.
Okay.
And whereas Mr. Jolie Fisher, born to Jesse and Idell Scott Fisher in 1943 in Jackson, Mississippi, moved to Richmond, California in 1944, a city he would adopt as his new hometown, and through his life's work helped shape the heart and spirit of the city of pride and purpose. And whereas Mr. Jolie Fisher was an alumnus of Richmond High School, Contra Costa College, and Moeller Barbary College, and his direct experiences in Richmond inspired and motivated generations of Richmond residents. And whereas Mr. Jolie Fisher spent decades investing not only in businesses, but also in the people who call Richmond home. And whereas Mr. Jolie Fisher co-owned Les and Joe's clothing store and managed Smith's Clothing in Oakland and owned 3 barbershops on McDonald Avenue, most notably the Emoja Barbershop. Mr. Fisher understood that a barbershop is more than a place for haircuts. He knew it was a type of haven where friendships formed, difficult and necessary conversations were had, and community strengthened. His renowned Moja Barbershop on McDonald Avenue became a gathering place where elders shared wisdom, youth and young adults received encouragement, and neighbors stayed connected. For many, a visit to Fisher's shop meant leaving with more than a fresh haircut. It meant leaving with hope, inspiration, and connectedness. And whereas Mr. Jolie Fisher later transitioned his business interests and vision for Better Richmond into real estate, founding Fisher Realtors to assist countless families in achieving the dream of home ownership. Having purchased his first home in Richmond's Coronado neighborhood at age 26, Mr. Fisher believed that owning a home was more than acquiring property. It was a critical component in creating stability, building generational wealth, and strengthening community. Through his work, Mr. Fisher helped many Richmond residents establish lasting roots in their beloved city. And whereas Mr. Jolie Fisher, who was a respected voice in local media and civic affairs, used his as an associate publisher of the Richmond Post. And there's another edit here, Ms. Robin, that I forgot to put. After Richmond Post, if you could put a comma, the largest Black-owned publisher in the Bay Area, to highlight community achievements, neighborhood initiatives, and the people working tirelessly to make Richmond better. Mr. Fisher knew the importance of providing an unfiltered voice to document the Black experiences, both struggle and triumph, with accuracy and empathy, to combat systemic erasure in mainstream news coverage, power accountable for racial inequities. And whereas Mr. Jolie Fisher worked alongside his good friend and business partner, Mr. Lloyd Madden, to establish and build the Black American Political Action Committee, BAPAC, of Contra Costa County, to encourage Black and Brown communities to participate in the political process, to register to vote, to run for office, to get out and vote, to be engaged civically, and to ensure our community's voices and needs are included in political decisions. And whereas Mr. Jolie Fisher, beyond his civic and business endeavors, was a dedicated spiritual leader who mentored young business owners and was recognized as a faithful servant, an exceptional shepherd, and a gifted leader by the Bay North Church of Christ congregations in Fairfield and Sacramento. Director King Meredith, this is where you wanted to make a...
Right. And also, okay, thank you, Madam President. And also, a lifetime servant for Southside Church of Christ in Richmond, California.
Let me know, Madam Clerk, when you have it.
You can proceed. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you, Director King Meredith.
thank you.
Whereas Mr. Jolie Fisher continued to be deeply involved in Richmond's political and civic life, particularly through BAPAC and the Coronado Neighborhood Council, where he served in leadership roles for many years, helping strengthen civic engagement in Richmond, and whereas whether supporting neighborhood councils, mentoring young entrepreneurs, or advocating for local businesses, Mr. Jolie Fisher spent a lifetime as a symbol of integrity, resilience, and community pride, and served as a wise counselor and inspirational motivator to generations of students, business leaders, community and civic leaders, and political hopefuls. And whereas Mr. Jolie Fisher was recently recognized with a Lifetime of Service Award during Richmond's 2026 Juneteenth celebration, where he was regarded as a well-respected, influential businessman who championed civil rights, political opportunity and equity, economic justice, and Richmond history, and said to be among the legacy leaders who helped start Richmond's political movement to elect and support Black candidates and elected officials. And whereas Mr. Jolie Fisher's life is a story of perseverance, entrepreneurship, and servant leadership, which is a reminder that true leadership and success are measured but by the lasting impacts we leave on others. And whereas Mr. Jolie Fisher's lifelong, unwavering commitment to Richmond has earned him the admiration and respect of fellow residents, business leaders, and elected officials, and his legacy is reflected not only in the businesses he built, but in the lives he has touched, the families he has aided, and the sense of pride he has instilled throughout communities. And whereas Mr. Jolie Fisher passed away peacefully on the 1st of July, 2026, leaving a profound legacy of a life that is a testament to what it means to build a community, one person, one family, and one neighborhood at a time. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the West County Wastewater Board of Directors honors and celebrates the life and legacy of Mr. Jolie Fisher for his lifelong commitment to community service, entrepreneurship, civic engagement, spiritual leadership, and the empowerment of Richmond and West Contra Costa County. That's where the word is missing, Ms. Robin. Residents, and extends its deepest condolences to his family, friends, colleagues, and all those whose lives were touched by his wisdom, generosity, and enduring love for the Richmond community. Adopted this 15th day of July, 2026 by the Board of Directors of the West County Wastewater District. With that, I move, with the revisions, I move approval of the revised resolution.
I'd like to make a motion.
And I'll
move the
second
item.
it.
Oh, I just moved it. I just need a second.
Second, yeah.
Sorry.
I was waiting to see.
I was looking for
okay.
pictures of them. I have them in my phone. I apologize.
It's okay. Yeah. So it's been properly moved and second. And I know you've seconded, Director King Meredith. So, Madam, are there any questions or comments before we vote?
I'm sorry, clarify, who seconded?
Director King Meredith, I believe.
We accept it, okay.
Are there any public comments on this, Madam Clerk?
If anyone wishes to comment on item 5, please approach the podium or raise your hand in Zoom. Seeing none, we have no public comments.
Are there any further comments from the board? Go ahead.
All right, on the motion by President Sutton, Meredith to approve item 5 with revisions, Director King Meredith,
Yes,
Director Rentila,
Yes.
Director Weiner,
Yes.
Vice President Alvarado,
Yes.
President Sutton.
Yes.
The motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. And with the board's permission, I will ask the board secretary to print this up in vital form, and we will deliver it at the memorial service that is scheduled for next week. Yes?
yes. So move.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's just,
Yes.
that I bring it to the service.
That was it. Next item.
I'm sorry, I'm listening. I thought you guys were still adjusting. Regular calendar item 6 on the agenda is to conduct a public hearing and adopt a resolution approving the delinquent sewer service charges report for fiscal year 2026 and authorizing Contra Costa County to collect the delinquent sewer service charges on the county tax roll for fiscal year 2027.
Thank you. It is 6:50, and I will now open the public hearing. Madam Clerk, will you please describe how this public hearing was noticed?
Notice of the public hearing was published in East Bay Times, West County Times Edition on July 1 and July 9. The proof of publication will be filed with the minutes for tonight's meeting.
Thank you so much. General Counsel, are you satisfied that West County Wastewater has met all the legal requirements for calling this public hearing?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. Would you please describe for the board and for the public the nature of this public hearing?
Yes, thank you. This public hearing is required by Health and Safety Code Section 5473A. The associated report includes a property previously identified in the county assessor's records as owned by the city of San Pablo. Due to a delay in updating records following the property's ownership transfer to a different entity, the updated ownership records were not included in West County's fiscal year 2026 sewer service charge report, and the sewer service charge for fiscal year 2026 for the property remains unpaid. This public hearing allows any interested property owner to review the report, confirm that the correct rate is being applied to the property, and object or seek a correction prior to finalizing the report if the amount is incorrect.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, have we received any written comments or requests to speak on this item?
We have not received any written requests. If anyone would like to comment on this item 6, public hearing on delinquent sewer service charges, please approach the podium or raise your hand in Zoom. Seeing none, we have no public comments.
Thank you so much. Seeing that there are no comments or questions, then I will now declare that the public hearing is now closed. 6:52. I would ask for a motion to adopt a resolution approving the delinquent sewer service charges report for fiscal year 2026 and authorizing Contra Costa County to collect the delinquent sewer service charges on the county tax roll for fiscal year 2027.
I'd like to move the item.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
And I'll second. That's okay, that's okay.
It's a lot of that tonight. So, Madam Clerk, since you're there, I'll let you pick whoever seconds.
Yes,
I heard Alvarado
Yes.
first.
Okay.
Vice President
Okay.
Alvarado, so I'll go there. Okay, on the motion.
Thank you. Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is there any further discussion from the board on this item? Okay, seeing none, Madam Clerk, will you please take a roll call vote?
On the motion by Director Rentila and seconded by Vice President Alvarado to approve regular calendar item 6, Director King Meredith,
Yes,
Director Rentila,
Yes.
Director Weiner,
Yes.
Vice President Alvarado,
Yes.
and President Sedith.
Yes.
The motion passes 5-0.
Thank you so much. Next item, sir.
I think that's you. Okay, but that's what, all right. Next on the agenda is regular calendar item 7, to approve a contract with MBS Government Finance Group in a total not to exceed $79,668 for sewer service charge tax roll billing and calculation services for a 3-year term. Mr. Deputy General Manager Justin Lovell, did you have any comments on this? I think you do. Yeah, just glance quickly. He was just there.
Good evening, Justin Lovell, Deputy General Manager. Just to tonight's contract, as in the staff report, this is for services for a firm that will calculate and help us place our sewer service charges on the property tax roll. NBS has been providing this service since at least 2011 for West County Wastewater District. And so we were looking to enter into a longer 3-year term contract with NBS to continue the services for the next several years, after which we would, in about 2 years, would be issuing an RFP for these services so we can go in with our purchasing policy. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you so much. Do we have any public comment on this first? Madam?
Request to speak. However, if anyone wishes to comment on item 7, contract, please approach the podium or raise your hand in Zoom. Seeing none, we have no public comments.
Thank you. Do we have any comments or questions from the board? We'll start with Director Weiner.
I do not.
Thank you, sir. Director Rendila?
None, thank you.
Director King Meredith?
none at this time?
Thank you. And Vice President Alvarado?
None, thank you.
Thank you. And I am quite satisfied. No questions either. Since there are no further questions or comments from the board, I will ask for motion and second to approve regular calendar item 7.
Move the
I'll
item.
make the-
Okay, second.
Second.
I don't know which one.
Okay, so I heard Vice President Alvarado move the item, and I heard a second. Was that Director Antila?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Madam Clerk?
On the motion by Vice President Alvarado and seconded by Director Rentila to improve regular calendar item 7, Director King Meredith,
Yes.
Director Rentila,
Yes.
Director Weiner,
Yes.
Vice President Alvarado,
Yes.
and President Sede.
Yes.
The motion passes 5-0.
Thank you so much. Next item.
The board will now convene into closed session as described in the agenda. Now is the time for public comments on the closed session items. Madam Clerk, have we received any comments or requests to speak on closed session items 8 and 9?
We have not. If anyone wishes to speak on closed session items at this time, please approach the podium or raise your hand in Zoom. Seeing none, we have no public comments.
The board will convene in a separate room for closed session and return to this room for open session and reporting out as needed.
Thank you. Please remember to turn off your mics and your computers. Thank you.
We'll use the bathroom outside.
All right.
Mic's on. Your mic's on.
Thanks.
Let me know when you're ready.
All board members are seated, President.
All right, we can get back started. All right, it is 7:23 and we are back in session. General Counsel, is there any reportable action?
There is no
On the closed
reportable
session.
action from closed session.
Thank you so much. Back to you, General Manager.
Next on the agenda is other business, item 10, reports from staff, general manager, and general counsel, which includes the June 2026 check register report and the report on requests for proposals issued and contracts executed under the general manager's authority. Madam Clerk, have we received any written comments or requests to speak on this item?
We have not. If anyone wishes to comment on item 10 reports, please approach the podium or raise your hand in Zoom. Seeing none, we have no public comments.
Thank you. Staff is available to answer any questions on the reports.
Thank you. Board directors, do you have any comments or questions on the reports listed under item 10? We'll start with Director Ventila.
No, not at this time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Director King Meredith.
No, not at this time, Madam President.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam. Director Weiner.
No, Madam Chair, I do not have any questions.
Thank you, sir. Vice President Alvarado.
No questions.
Thank you so much. And I do not have any questions, but I do thank you for these reports, and especially the report on the request for proposals issued and the contracts executed. Thank you. Next item.
Thank you, General Counsel. Did you have anything you would like to add at this time?
I do not, thank you.
Okay, I have just a couple of comments. On Monday, on the 13th, Kate, our communications manager, and I attended the Richmond Neighborhood Coordinating Council and gave a brief description of West County wastewater and what we do and where we think we're going. On July 15th, today, I attended the CSDA chapter meeting, the combined meeting with the Alameda County and Contra Costa County at the Diablo Water out in Oakley. And this weekend, July 18th, we will be hosting at the plant our final meeting of our community working group that is taking a look at the living levee design and receiving input from them. This will be their final meeting, and I'll be attending that one on the Saturday. And with that, we'll move to the next item. And the final item on the agenda is item 11, Director's Comments, Meeting Reports. Madam Clerk, have we received any written comments or requests to speak on this item?
We have not. If anyone wishes to comment on item 11, director comments, please approach the podium or raise your hand in Zoom. Seeing none, we have no public comments.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. As a reminder, directors, please report on meetings that you've attended for which you are seeking reimbursement or compensation from West County Wastewater and any other matters within the subject matter jurisdiction of the agency. We'd love to hear about all the wonderful, exciting things that you've been doing. Just not right now.
Okay.
So, in the interest of time, because we do have another meeting after this one, let's try and keep it, brevity is king or queen right now. So let's go. Let's start with, mix it up a little bit. Start with Director King Meredith. You're up first,
Okay,
madam.
thank you, President. I was just getting things together, things that kind of went down since we had gotten back. So, as far as meetings this month, I had them all categorized. Give me one moment, please. Let's start off with the San Pablo City Council meeting. I attended, and from there, the presentation with Congressman Garamendi, as we received a $1.3 million check, woo-hoo, a big check for the levy that had taken place also on Tuesday afternoon. From there, I attended the North Richmond MAC meeting, which covered, we had a presentation from our Contra Costa County Fire Department, and they discussed things to look out for. This is the fire season and what the community and residents can do to actually try to prevent escalations of fires around their properties. From the next meeting I attended was the Blues Festival. Oh, let me go back, and I know my president chair is going to be upset with me. I attended the financial and administrative meeting, which took place on that Thursday. Following the Saturday was the North Richmond Blues Festival and the dedication for the grand opening for Shields Reed Park, where we had staff from West County Wastewater there supporting the event as they usually do in high value. A lot of children and adults came through and participated with the understanding and knowing what to do and what do we do as environmental stewards. They had a great time of understanding and learning. I was surprised for the ones that was there, didn't know about our 3 Ps, which was really kind of shocking. Some knew and some didn't. It was like, what 3 Ps, and again, reiterated, pee, poop, and paper is the only thing that should go down into the toilets. So with that, I hustled up a lot of children and parents in order to go to our table for that information. And next followed was another meeting with the California African American Water Education Foundation with President Dr. Sutter, which talked about planning and strategic planning in order to get the information out for what we do and how to expand on the education of water. And with that, I think that was it for now. Thank you.
Madam Director Rendila.
Well, before I get into my meeting notes, I just wanted to thank our General Manager, Andrew Clow, and Mr. Aaron Weiner for coming to the Carlos Auto Wreckers fundraiser for autism and Children's Hospital. They raised $12,000 for autism in the Children's Hospital here in Oakland. They also raised $10,000 for Blanca, who just lost her husband, and she's part of the Carlos Auto Wrecker family, so it was a successful fundraiser. That being said, on July 6th, after our last meeting, I was able to sit in for Vice President Alvarado at the Contra Costa Mayor's Conference in San Pablo. Lindy Johnson was the keynote presenter from Contra Costa County Transportation and Authority. She spoke about various projects in the county, and the RNCC will be meeting with her to discuss the public sentiment regarding the bike lanes and bus lanes on the San Rafael Bridge tomorrow. Then Obviously, the mayors from Contra Costa County, various mayors gave their reports and cited some of the issues in their city. So on July 7th, I attended the Richmond City Council meeting under Community Services. They had a discussion about North Richmond Waste and Recovery Mitigation Fee Expenditure Plan. And then the Police Department, they spoke about coordinating outreach and referral and engagement for the homeless. And then their monthly crime report for May. And then the contract they have with Richmond Rod and Gun for shooting range facility rental. And Public Works spoke about the sewer system management plan certification for that, and then stormwater utility area agreement with Contra Costa County and flood control. And then public hearing for an ordinance in Richmond for on-site wastewater treatment systems. There's attachments provided on the city council agenda under P1, if anybody's interested. And then they had a public hearing for collection of the sanitary and storm fees for 26, 27. Again, you could find these meetings on KCR TV. Let's see. Then they had several other things. And then Monday, as the general manager mentioned, on July 13th, the general manager and our communications director presented at the RNCC. And they were welcomed. We enjoyed their company, although there were questions about the rate fees. So they were handled very well. I was extremely proud of their presentation. And then on July 14th, which was yesterday, we had IOE committee meeting to accept the minutes and of the Infrastructure Operations and Environment Committee. And then a couple presentations on Foster Lane Sewer Realignment Project and agency coordinations. So I just wanted to mention this next Thursday, a week from tomorrow, the Fairmead Hilltop Neighborhood Council, which is this area, will have a presentation from Richmond Police Sergeant Ramos, because we've had a couple of shootings here and a homicide just recently. And we'll also have a presentation from Richmond Fire Department Inspector Dante Wiley to talk about, summertime and some of the fire hazards. So with that, I will conclude my report. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And Director Meaner. Sir.
Thank you. Since our last meeting on July 1st, I attended the El Sobrante Chamber of Commerce, the El Sobrante Municipal Advisory Committee, John Garamendi's ceremony to present West County Wastewater District with $1.3 million for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers that he helped secure that will continue to fund the restoration of North Richmond's sustainability project, including a living levee. The Richmond City Council meeting, I attended the Richmond City Council meeting, the details of which have already been mentioned. The West County Wastewater Years of Service Award ceremony and lunch. Enjoyed myself presenting a 10-year accomplishment. And that's it.
Thank you, sir. Vice President Alvarado.
Okay, since the last board meeting, I don't know if I mentioned this at the last board meeting, but we had the initial Legislative and External Affairs Committee meeting where we discussed committee charter and committee roles and the process. On July 6th, I attended the San Pablo Council meeting via Zoom where they discussed, where they honored actually the retirement of police services technician Julie Nemanic after working for the San Pablo PD for 27 years. She handled, I believe, or was told over 10,000 items for evidence. Quite an accomplishment there. Also, request for proposals to upgrade the 2025-2027 City Council Work Plan to include newly ranked community priorities. That's pretty much what happened at that meeting. On July 7th, I attended the North Richmond MAC meeting. In public comments, there was a resident who complained about trucks cutting through the North Richmond and street sweeping not being done. Richmond Police gave some stats on crime. He stated that the chair of the committee there, Director King Meredith, encouraged him to do so on a monthly basis, encouraged him very vehemently, according to him. She said she makes him do his work, which is good. Let's see. And then there was a presentation given by the Contra Costa Fire Protection District on fire safety prevention. On July 9th, we all met at the board staff appreciation lunch, where I personally gave out a 15-year award to Dalvin Hayes, which was very nice. And there was also other employees that were given awards for 5, 10, and 20 years. In addition to that, the board served the staff a lunch provided by Havana Restaurant. All in all, it was a very, very nice affair. On July 13th, I attended a special San Pablo Council meeting where the council voted to place on the November ballot a 5-year half-cent, and after the initial 5 years, another 5-year quarter-cent use tax for the anticipated revenue requirements for the upcoming San Pablo budgets. San Pablo voters will decide whether to adopt it or not. In another matter, the council also voted to let the San Pablo voters decide if they want to oppose a rent control ordinance. The council ordered a report to be included which will outline the ramifications and cost to the city, which could total over $2.2 million, and how the ordinance would impact the city's budget and add another 7 to 8 full-time positions just to administer this rent control ordinance should the voters pass it, which I'm hoping that they do not. July 14th, as Director Rentila mentioned, we had our IOE committee meeting where there was a presentation on, as he noted, and then we also talked about how WCW coordinates its efforts with the cities within this WCW service area. I'm wondering, this is a question for council, are the reports that we generate to the two committee members, can those be sent out to the board members if they ask for it?
Reports that you generate?
It's just the reports that the staff give at the meetings?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so
Yeah,
if-
no, those are posted on the website. They can be accessed by anyone.
So if any board member would like to see those committee reports, they're welcome to them. Just want to make sure everybody knows about that. Okay, and that's my report. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. Some of the meetings that were mentioned, I also attended, so I'll keep this brief, but I will make a couple of corrections for some of you on your meetings. Yes, Vice President Alvarado and I attended the initial legislative meeting prior to our previous board meeting
Right.
on the 1st. I attended our Vallejo, our Bay Area Latino elected officials meeting and debrief of our conference. I attended a WISE meeting, which is Women in Science, engineering, as well as a mentoring meeting for girls in science. I attended a CASA subcommittee meeting and two COWF meetings, one for planning and one for the actual committee meeting, which Director King Meredith just mentioned, and a correction on the date. Director Ventila, the mayor's conference was on the 9th, not the 6th. It's Thursday, the 9th. We both attended that meeting, and there was a presentation by CCTA. There seems to be a lot of presentations dealing with transportation lately. There was one dealing with local jurisdiction listening sessions, as well as some advocacy efforts that they're reaching out to everyone, including all of the special districts. I attended a legislative breakfast on the 10th. I attended the El Sobrani MAC meeting, which you just received a briefing on that from Director Weiner. I also attended the Richmond City Council meeting, which you heard from two of our directors. And I'm going to speak about Congressman Garamendi in just a moment. I attended the Contra Costa Board of Supervisors meeting, one regular, one special, and our Finance and Administration Committee meeting with Director King Meredith. And then I did hear two of you, and I believe Director Ventila and Director King Meredith may have missed saying it, so I'll say it for them since all the directors were present at the board lunch and service award ceremony on Thursday, the 9th. So for the record, everyone was present and participatory in that event on the 9th of July. And I also had two additional meetings with staff on agenda review for this board meeting. And the highlight, which I didn't hear, General Manager, I didn't hear you speak about it, but I'll mention it, and then if you have anything to add. Our meeting, I know many of the staff attended, which was great to see, was our meeting at the Richmond Port Director's Office to receive our big Ed McMahon type check from Congressman Garamendi. And it was actually $1.35 million for our levy project. And it's the beginning of the project. It's the culmination of many years of hard work and advocacy to start funding this portion of the project. So I wanted to make sure we put this on the record. I know that Deputy General Manager Justin Lovell, along with Manager and Angela Andrews, or Director Angela Andrews, and both of our fellow directors and several staff were there. So I wanted the General Manager to speak on it before we just pass it over. It's a big deal to finally get that check, because even though it was allotted in the Federal Register, it was still a little iffy until it clears the bank. You never know. So we did get a message about this, the next steps for this project. And so we are working on it, and we do need additional monies. And so we're a long way from clear. So General Manager.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam President. No, I didn't mention it. I figured you would enjoy mentioning that particular event. I'm happy to add anything else to it, but the only thing I would really add is exactly what you mentioned at the end. It's 1.35 million, but it sounds like a lot, but really what's so important about that, it's essentially the ante by the federal government. They are now in, and we need to work with them and continue to, but we will need a lot more funds to accomplish this, but it is possible now, which is the huge difference.
Yes, sir. And I will say one more thing so that all of us, not just the directors, because I think, directors, we all kind of get it. And also for the public and any other staff and anyone else who looks at this, the fact that we did get this money and the legislative is more of a brunch that I went to last week. It does speak well and positive to the project, but it also does open up additional doors for us to get other people to buy in. I'm saying buy into the project, in that it has gotten us additional doors open, especially on the state level. People like to invest where they see other people invest. That's just the reality of the matter. So we are working on that, and we have more advocacy to do. We have more work to do on this on the federal level, but also on the state level, which is where we're looking for more matching funds and more funding, period. So we still have a lot of work to do, but this is something we can celebrate right now. So celebrate this win, but keep working. That's todo for me. All right, last question on this before we move on and close out this meeting. Is there any additional agenda items from anyone before I close out this part of the meeting for future meetings? If not, I don't hear any, I don't see any. I'm going to pass it to Madam Clerk. Ma'am.
Thank you. So as has already been mentioned, the WCFFA meeting will begin shortly after the adjournment of this meeting. We will need to take a few minutes to allow that live link to set. There's an Infrastructure, Operations, and Environment Committee meeting scheduled for August 11th at 10 a.m. And as a reminder, the August 5th, 2026 regular board meeting is canceled. However, we do have a special meeting scheduled for August 12th at 6:30 p.m. here at Hilltop. Thank you.
Actually, Madam Clerk, that meeting is scheduled for 4 p.m. That special meeting is scheduled for 4 p.m.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the correction.
Correction. Just
I will confirm that we are all calendared accordingly.
yes, that meeting should be scheduled for 4 p.m.
Thank you.
according to my calendar. Yes.
I'm so sick of this thing here.
Anything further,
Yes.
or do you want me to confirm now?
No, I'm just looking. It's scheduled. We scheduled that for 4 p.m.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yes. So, all right. Can I adjourn now?
Yes, ma'am.
Are we good?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, with that, this meeting is now adjourned at 7:52. We will take what do you need, 5 minutes? You need 5 minutes? How long you need?
Oh, yeah, I will let you know when that link sets.
So
But
this
the-
meeting is adjourned. This meeting is adjourned at 7:52. So you can stop the recording.
The Zoom link is the same.
I know, but you have to stop the recording.
That was for anybody else who might be interested.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Thank you. All right. directors will take a couple minutes break until the next meeting starts. So, stretch, do what you need to do until we get ready for the next meeting.
The regularly scheduled August 5th